Meet Wilfred. Inspired by magical van life shots on Instagram, this conversion perfectly combines numerous styles to create the dreamiest of campers. Join us as we meet Wilfred's owner and take a look inside. Welcome to Quirky Campers, the home of handmade camper vans. Why did you choose the name Wilfred?
Kate, my partner, the other owner of Wilfred, is a massive Leicester City fan. And so when we were driving home with Wilfred as an empty van, we were trying to think of names. And so he's named after Wilfred Ndidi, the Leicester City midfielder. At the start of the conversion process, we took out the bulkhead and we stripped out the ply lining that was in Wilfred, took him back to the shell, gave him a good clean, and then started on the first tasks of the conversion, so cutting the window holes, cutting the skylight holes, and then we started cladding him, and putting in the electrics came next. So when we were thinking about the style of the conversion, we basically spent a lot of time on Instagram and scrolling through different people's vans, and we kind of ended up, I think as a lot of people do, picking our favourite parts from different people's vans. And we knew we wanted a bit of cladding, and we kind of built it up from that really. Our number one priority was having a fixed bed, that ease of getting into bed at night without having to put anything up or take anything down. I think one of the things that makes Wilfred unique is his bathroom window, which is nice and matching his colour scheme, and it was actually made by the other owner of Wilfred's mother, who does lots of glass fusing. So this is Wilfred. First of all, here we've got our sofa bench seats, and the table is swivelable about this leg, so that we can have dinner either sat on the bench side by side, or the front left passenger seats actually swivels round, so you can also have dinner kind of opposite each other, which is quite nice, or play games or whatever you want to do. Wilfred has a toilet and a shower. We've got a shower curtain that you can use when showering, and we just lift the toilet out for when you want to shower. The toilet is a composting toilet, so there's no chemicals or anything in there, which we quite like, and it makes it a bit easier to dispose of the waste because you don't have to find any sort of chemical waste points. So then if we move through to the kitchen, Wilfred's got quite a full-sized sink, so you can do plenty of washing up in there. And we've also got this nice chopping board which just sits across there, which gives us some nice worktop space, which is every little helps when you're cooking in a van. We've got quite an array of taps in Wilfred. We've got the main one, which is a normal kitchen sort of mixer tap, which is can use to rinse out things as well. We've got this one which is hooked up to a drinking water filter, and then we've got this one which is just a soap dispenser, which can be handy when you're on the road. We've got here the 2-burner stove, quite helpful in the morning to have your kettle on and your porridge going at the same time, or whatever you want to have. Most people's favourite part of the van when they see it, which is a bit annoying when you've done all the converting, is actually the spice rack. So we've got all our spices just up here. So one of the other things that we were really sure about when we were converting Wilfred is to get some good ventilation in the van, especially whether it's hot or cold. I think it's really important to get a good airflow through the van. So we've got a fan up here, and we've got a skylight above the bed, and when the fan's going and the skylight's open, it creates a really nice flow of air, so it doesn't get too kind of hot and stuffy in the summer. Above the kitchen we've got storage for all the plates and cups and a few kind of condiments and things. Below the worktop we've got some storage space here for this is mainly pots and pans, and then this is cutlery, and then in this one is lots of space for a load of all food and anything else. The finishing piece of the kitchen is the fridge. This is a fridge freezer, and there's plenty of room for all the things you might need to take with you on your trip, and then there's a little freezer compartment here for those ice creams or ice cubes for your drinks. So Wilfred's got a fixed double bed. It's really handy not having to put it away and get it out again the next day. We've got our storage here, which is mainly for clothes. Well, for whatever you want it to be, but we use it for clothes. This is Wilfred's bench seat. It's quite comfortable. It's made out of memory foam, so it's nice to relax on. And underneath the bench is where all of Wilfred's electrics are. So he's got 3 solar panels on the roof, which really most of the time will keep him topped up with electricity. But he's also got some backup charge, which comes from The van engine powers a DC to DC charger for the batteries, and also as an emergency hookup we've got a battery charger which can be plugged into mains or a campsite electric hookup. So this is Wilfred's table. It's made a bit personalised by, we've got some things that we kind of picked up on our travels through last year, just some sort of maps of places we've been and tickets and that sort of thing, and it's sort of resin finished, so it's a nice little feature in the van. Okay, so in the back of Wilfred we've got a lot of extra storage space here. We normally travel with our inflatable kayak, and we've got a few oar holders up there in case anyone wants to bring theirs. We've also obviously got the spare tyre, and this is the freshwater tank. It's a massive freshwater tank, so we normally fill it to this point, and that's plenty for at least 4 days, so you can have as many showers as you want to. We've also got the 2 speakers underneath in the bottom of the cabinets, which can be hooked up via Bluetooth or an aux cable. They're pretty powerful, so you probably need them on the lowest volume unless you're having a party. So Wilfred's got these blackout blinds, which is really nice for sleeping if it's light, and then they can just be rolled up out of the way if you want to enjoy the view from bed. One of the things that we found when we were travelling is that we always needed somewhere to put our phones when we were in bed, so we've got these USBs to charge our phones, but then also if you're on this side you can just pop your phone in there. The thing we're proudest of with Wilfred is how much we've managed to fit into such a small space. We travelled in Wilfred for quite a while, and we really didn't feel too cramped, even with 2 people kind of living in there for about 2 months.
You could hire this van for your very own adventure. Click the link to find out more. Looking to build your own camper van? You should check out our brand new ebook, Building a Camper Van. As well as technical advice on things like carpentry, gas and electrics, it also includes dozens of layout ideas and advice on things like choosing your base vehicle or what to do if you'd like to rent your camper van out. Click the link to find out more.